Welcome to Game 4 of the post-season punch-up. This time Triton Trolls Killers take on Cottage Homelegs, a pro-elf team. Pro-elf's not that great. Key points. I was 130 TV higher than him, and he scummed, I used his own cash as well as his inducement money, a wizard and, surprisingly, a babe. So I'm playing against a wizard, which is quite key. I won the toss, and I chose to kick on the grounds that he'll possibly score fast and I can win 2-1, or he'll play badly and I can get the ball off him and win 2-0. Let's see what happens. Oh, I have bought a new troll, Triton 2, for this match, and not much else has changed with the team since last match. What's he got? He's got this movement up. Movement 9 catcher. It's a bit of a risk of a one turn there, so I'm going to try and kill him off at some point. Nothing else of scary note. He's got a guard dude somewhere along the line, but nothing that scary. No kill skills, so I'm expecting to get out of this one. There it is, the guard dude. Expecting to get out of this one with little in the way of casualties. You've got a bit of dodge, but I've got tackle to deal with that. So his turn 1. I was kind of expecting him to push down hard on one side, get the ball, pass it, especially because his guy who's going to pick up the ball is only 1 SPP away, so I'm expecting him to do a pass. But he's doing punches with nobody back there to receive the pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he's got no short pass on, so I'm expecting him to move someone back to receive the pass here. He's done the hard push down one side I expected, but instead he's pushing down the other side, which is a bit unexpected. He's done a blitz on this Black Orc. So he's pushed everybody down, and if he moves this guy back to get the pass, it's a bit soft. So he's not going for the pass, obviously, which surprised me, because I'd be throwing that pass all day long. And now he's trying to dodge away these guys so they don't get punched. And the first one fails. So I've got 2 hits on, which is lovely. So it strikes me that in terms of getting the ball upfield, this guy only moves at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and short pass to him. If I can control this guy's a little bit out. This guy's going to be knocked down, hopefully. Then he really hasn't gone out for the ball, so I figure I can go and press the ball here. So that's what I set up to do. Just put a bit of pressure on. I think I made a bit of a mistake here in that I'm just trying to... I thought I might as well try and get the hit in on his most valuable player, his one-turn scoring threat dude. I wrestled him because I thought I was going to go and do a foul, but then I realised it's a foul with no assists. That was handy. I followed up there, and now I can't get the 3 dice with the Orc without bringing this guy up, so with the troll rather. Made it 3 dice. Things are looking good. I don't like the fact my tackle's on his arse, but what can you do? So I decided to just rush through and pressure up the ball here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. GFI, punch him in the face. And I'm just trying to block off his easy run and pass through here. So I don't hate this. I love the fact that he fails his first action, which is a dodge out. And again, he's running forwards, so where's his out with the ball now? Basically, that ball's getting hit. I didn't understand that move at all. Block doing a thing. Skull. Fantastic. So that was a great turn of his for me. Used a reroll, ended up with more players in the deck. Hadn't stood anybody up, so first action after standing people up. Hopefully I stand this guy up first. Yeah, a little bit of moving around. Try and pin some people down. It is a couple of GFI, so I won't do it first. Bring that guy up to stop him from getting out the side. Do this 2 dice punch with block. Forget he has sidestep. Oop. Goes down anyway, doesn't matter. I want to move him up to do the assist. There we go. Just push. So he's about as controlled as I can control him, really. And it's just push. Perhaps should have pushed him back there. Push him sideways, which not the smartest, but there you go. He gets to punch my dirty player. Not dead. Gets to punch my Black Orc. And this guy's free. Doing dodges before we stood anybody up. Maybe he's trying to dodge them away. So now he's got a receiving threat here. Catcher. So it's all down to whether we can make this dodge and the pass. Pretty easy. Makes the GFI. If I pushed him away, it would have been. So as it turns out, a pretty easy pass. So a little bit frustrating there. Right, hit on the ball. I didn't re-roll the hit on the ball. Perhaps I should have done. So my counter to that. Got to get these guys back. Figure out a hit on the ball here. Not sure about that, but this guy can just get to the ball for a hit. GFI is required. I get him, he hasn't got dodge. He's knocked out, so no need to pile on, which is nice. Ball is grabbable there. So I send in tackle man to get it. A little bit risky. There's a slight risk of being surfed here. But it is in 3 tackle zones, so not the worst result. That KO was handy. Down goes the dirty player again. Gets his guard in with dodge. That's just so frustrating. Lets this be a 2 dice. Gets the scatter. Gets the injury. Oh. Now I want to score with Agulator, so I immediately bring him back, even though it was only badly hurt. I use my Apo. And of course it lands on him, which is frustrating. At least it's not a guy. It is a guy who's already actioned, so he's not moving that ball this turn, but he can get in, punch this guy away, which is good enough. Cover my dirty player. So yeah, that's frustrating that the scatter went that way. So many better scatters there for me. And of course, dodges all these guys away to cover my rear players. Brackets my mighty blow, dude. Not quite sure why, but he does. Trying to figure out a way to engineer a hit on the ball, but it just wasn't great. One dice. With enough. Still on the sidelines though, which ain't great, but the stun helps. So I've got a 1 dice, which works. And of course, the bastard catches it. Come on, that's 2 god scatters for him. And 2 catches the ball in tackle zone, so just frustrating again. And that's annoying. Because I can't really stop that. It's turn 5. I can probably pressure him to scoring. Give him a couple of turns to score back. My players are at kind of wrong end of the pitch, all my fast players, so that's just life. When you pressure the ball, that's what happens. He gets the hit on my mighty blow. And then he gets, gets the hit on this guy too. Just keeps them well out of the game. Because of the position of this guy, it's not really easy to do anything here. So I have to go all the way around because I can't get past him easily. Touch the troll so that he can recover and get into the action somewhat. Ignore that guy. Get down this side. Tag this dude. Stop him from switching across. Make it harder for him to do so. Get this 2 dice hitting, which gives this guy some ability to move. And by getting that guy out, the dirty player is able to move. Didn't follow, because I knew he was coming to there anyway. Get the dirty player around. So it's unlikely he's going to score. He can stall for at least one more turn pretty easily, and gets to punch my. Oh no, he's dodging away from him. So he's got a lot of dudes now. Rerolls that. Dodge rerolls it. No, just a bit, so we can get this hit again. This guy getting punched. Luckily he's made of tough stuff. And another dodge failure. It's actually really helpful into that stun, means I can get this guy down. So though he's got players back, I'm in fairly good shape to pressure again. And technically I've got a hit on the ball here with the dirty player. If I don't mess it up. So all his players are tagged. He can't easily squeeze out to the left. This guy can tag this guy. Tackler in. So this potentially gives me a tackle hit next turn. And here's the GFI 1 dice with the dirty player. Obviously fails, I've got a reroll. Into a POW, fantastic. I'm hoping for a massive ball scatter. Get an injury, even better. He's missing next game, fantastic. That's an elf off the pitch. It doesn't scatter out, it scatters to just where he kind of needs it to be so that he can get an easy score, which is frustrating. Do these 1 dices because not a huge amount to lose. Yeah, if it scattered out and gone over here somewhere, I'd have been in much better shape, I think. But as it is, he can get a fairly easy 2 dice blitz and pick the ball up and score. Giving me 2 turns to score back, so yeah, a little bit frustrating given the number of punches I had in the ball there, but he still managed to score. But such is life. He's not the greatest player, but he had just enough luck on his side. Knockout stays out, that's good. So I've got to score in 2 turns here, which generally means pick a side, put all your players on it, sprint down, build a screen, get at least 2 players within scoring distance, and hope. So his setup's a bit... Oh. And meet my setup. Kick off event with something. Weather, I think. Oh, I've gone a bit too far. Seems I can't find the happy medium here. Right, so I'm setting up to push these guys upfield. Kick-off event is changing weather. A bit of a kick to the side I don't want it on, and a bit far away. There is the blitz. Just push. Cost me a square movement. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Send him up as well. So there's 2 scoring threats. Not the best. Just push there. Freeze the Black Orc. Worry about what he's going to do in a minute. I've got a block. He hasn't. Another injury. That's glorious. Gonna miss next game. So he's got less and less elves. bring him in to make this a 3 dice. Wouldn't have needed to had this guy knocked his guy over. Get the ball, which I do with my plus edge line orc. Need to do the GFIs. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GFI throw. So I need to do one that turn. So I've only got these 2 scoring threats, so if we can pin them both down, then I'm not going to score. So it's not the greatest player. Probably should have had a 3rd guy to get up ahead of them, rather than going for the punches. So I kind of didn't play the best 2-turn ever. But he fails his dodge out, which helps me hugely. Because this is my only now scoring threat, but he's only got 1 guy on him who I can blitz off pretty easily. With this black orc with block. Pow. So he's off. Has 2 GFIs and some kind of handoff or pass to score. Let's try and get some kills. No. Here he goes. GFI with the pass. Fails the catch. Reroll, catches it. Just 2 GFIs without a reroll. Yes, glorious. So an excellent first half for me. I've permanently removed a couple of elves. I've knocked out another one who might not come back. And the score is 1-1. The only thing that I forget at this point is that he still has a wizard. The knockout does not come back, so I'm 3 players up here. So he's got a wizard, and all I've got to do is take 8 turns to score, and then all he's got is a 1 turn back at me, and if I can do enough attrition, he won't be able to do that. I can't remember what the minimum number is to score with pro elves. With a movement 9 dude, but where's that movement 9 dude? He's out. He's off knocked out, so he's got to hope his knockout comes back as well. And the bad news about him being knocked out is I can't hurt him. But he's a 5-6 to come back because he scummed a babe. So I've got fair. Now I want to score on Agok. He's only 2 away, so this is my chance to get him scored. Don't need the guard that much for the fight because I'm men up. Now I outstrength him anyway. And I get high kick, which is glorious. Gives me a chance to catch it. Which I do, which is great, because not getting the ball can be a real downer against elves. So I bring him up to a nice safe position and start taking some punches. Not the worst LOS setup of my life. Another KO, that's good. This one could be a kill, let's see it. I've got piling on. Follow it, obviously. Pile on, obviously. Kaz, obviously not. I can also foul with impunity. Got a dirty player. Decide to cage up for safety before going for this slightly risky move. Send a tackle up to try and take out this guy. Push him over to here, gets the knockdown. No Kaz. And bring him back into the line for safety. Now the troll can get a 3-er. I think we'll follow with the troll, yeah. Send him out. Right, so not a bad start. It's very hard for him to elf screen here because he's got so few players that it would be fairly easy for me to punch through. All he's really got going for him is that wizard, which I have completely forgotten about. Now the wizard can target 9 squares with a fireball, doing a I think it's a 4-5-6 to do a hit with Mighty Blow on the players in it. So I really don't want to be creating squares to give him a really good fireball target. The other option is a lightning bolt on one player. As long as he doesn't roll a 1, it's a Mighty Blow hit on that one player. So all kinds of options there for him. So I'm trying to build a cage with guys out in front. Again, completely forgetting about the wizard. And normally in this situation you wouldn't build a tight cage like this, you'd build a cage that's still blocks people getting in, but a bit looser. But look how many players I've put that you can hit. It's just shocking, isn't it? I've given him the greatest viable target in the world. I mean, that is safe as houses, apart from a wizard. And what a surprise. He fireballs it. It's 3 knockdowns, which is pretty good. One of them to knock out, which is great for him, bad for me. And the ball's on the ground against elves. So this is pretty horrendous. And I kicked myself for having forgotten about that. It was an easy 2-1 win until I forgot about it. So he's got away into the ball now. And it's only in 1 tackle zone, which is a pretty easy pick up for an elf. And sure enough, pick up. Even lobs it. Catches it. And I've got very little to counter this across this side. Very little. Screens it off. Bring this guy forward. Possibly goes a bit too far forward. So I'm in a lot of trouble here. To get some guys down. GFI to tag him. Bring him back for no huge reason. Troll has to work, but it's a 3-dicer. It does work. Lets me get a guy up the back of him. Troll gets a KO. Good old KO. Triton 2 doing the business. Now I can get hit on this guy and potentially base the ball. And it's an injury, which is glorious. Actually, yet another Kaz. So I do manage to base the ball, but this guy's a problem. But I decide rather than doing anything about him, I just bring this guy back so that with a GFI he should be able to, because he can't score this turn. He's just out of range. Gives me a chance to try and take him out. It's a good play by him here. Gets that guy off and then tags up down here. Now, I could have tagged them both potentially, not that it would have done him a huge amount of favours, but he just can't get there. Does a GFI and fails it, hilarious. But unfortunately managed to re-roll it into a success, and that's as far as he goes. This guy just trying to get forward to be relevant. And a failed dodge, happy days. Into a stun. So my whole team's free, not that it helps me. So if I stand this guy up, I can get a 2 dice on him. He's got a sidestep, which is going to wreck my day, but if I get him down, it's not very likely. Probably shouldn't have gone for it. Bracket this guy so he can't get in the play. And the troll in for the assist. Guard down in case I get the ball. Unfortunately it's only a push, so he can sidestep to an annoying square. Surprised he goes there. If he'd gone there, it would have really shut me down to have to do a dodge. Now it's just GFI to get around the corner. Fails GFI. Reroll. Successful GFI. 1 dicer. Skull. It's like, ah. So that's going to be an easy score for him. Don't think he can stall it out. It'd be a very high risk strategy to stall it out. But yeah, now it's 2-1. And that's what happens when you forget your opponent has a wizard. Dumb and stupid. 3 of the 4 come back. My 1 guy doesn't come back. Anyway, this is oh, another high kick, which is fantastic. Another clean catch, fantastic. So it's a repeat of last turn, basically. I know I'm following, so I've moved him forward to... just a push. Shocking. It's push central, isn't it? There's a 3 dice now of the trial. Just about reach this guy. It's a pal. Nothing. Yeah, at this point I think, hang on, why haven't I caged the ball yet? So I do, because, you know, you don't want to not cage with elves around. Now for the 3 dice. Gets him. Nothing. Send him up to a line, because Orcs defend better in lines. So I'm playing against 3, 4, 5, against 7 players. So this should be an easy score in 4 turns. In fact, did I get an extra turn? I can't remember. Because there's not a lot you can do to stop me here. And this time he hasn't got a fireball to mess up my day. And away they all go, as elves are wont to do. So I just want to get straight out the middle and do some pounding and hopefully a foul. So because he hasn't got dodge, we'll use the guy that's most likely to kill him. Pile on. Targeting his Garda because he's annoying, and I do indeed get the KO, which is great. Just gets him off. Oh, but he then uses his Apo on him, which is a little bit surprising. But whatever. So I'm building a cage with guys out in front of the cage, which is the way to get upfield in these situations. Trying to get the pressure on this corner so we can't dodge away. Trying to position the dirty player so we can get a foul on the Garda next turn. And this turn he's trying to get in to do some damage, which is intriguing and probably not the best play. I guess he's spotted he can get some kind of a hit or something on the corner, but yeah, he's just got his guys based. I mean, he's probably spotted when he got 2 turns and I've got quite a long way to go. So, as it turns out, this guy in the corner becomes a right pain. Because I've got to decide whether to go right or left at this point. Punching the centre isn't going to work. And left would be the way, apart from that guy in the corner being in the way. So I figure out if I can get this guy, knock him down, which I failed to do, so that was already a cock-up. And then if I can get this guy off in the corner, with this guy, then I've got just enough space to get forward enough to give me a chance up right here. But I hadn't properly measured it out, and when I look at it, I can't really safely get any further forward than this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GFI. So it's 2 GFI to score from here, so not the best. And this guy can get around the back of the cage, unless I double GFI one of these Black Orcs. So there's nothing for it. Up skirt. Fail the first one. And then have a think whether to do the second one and figure, you know, I can't not. Luckily managed to do it. So he goes down, and now it's a choice of which one do I stamp on. And I probably should have stamped on the other one. But I stamp on that one. A stun's good enough. Just means he's got 1 less player. So he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players he can action this turn. That's 1 gone. So he's coming over to try and take this corner down. Or he's going to do a cage dive. We don't quite know what he's doing at the moment. Looks like a cage dive. Down the centre here. Comes off the back. So he's trying to cage dive. That's his play. But then he changes his mind at the last minute and goes to dub skull on this guy. So glorious quad skulls there. Makes life a lot easier for me. So all I've got to do now is clear this guy, which technically I can do with just a block. But for safety, I do it with this guy. Get this guy out of the way. And it's a death. Glorious. And don't forget, uses Apo a while ago, so that's a kill. So happy days there. Yet another Kaz on this dude. He's had a game. Here's a Bork has had a game, and that levels him. That Kaz levels Bork, which is fantastic news. And that was a mistake. I moved him out of the way to there. I should have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making this a 3 dice. So I knew I had to move him out of the way, but I should have moved him here to make this punch with this guy a 3 dice, just for safety. And I realised at this point it's only a 2 dice, but it works anyway. Obviously we pile on. For another kill! Oh, glorious. 2 kills in the final turn. Look at that Kaz box. That's how a Kaz box should look when you're playing against elves. And then it's just 2 GFIs for a 2-2. Result didn't matter in this game. A 2-2's fine. I think I've done enough damage now that he can't 1 turn, which was the main point. KO coming back helps him out a bit, but my KO does not come back, of course. So I can just safely backline it, just to protect these players from the blitz, and put my most sacrificial players in the line. Troll because he's got regen, this guy because he's got no star player points, and this guy because he's just a lino, even though he's got 5 star player points. So he hasn't got enough player to the 1 turn, even though he's still got his movement guy. He did come back, which gives me a chance of doing it, but he hasn't got a chance, he hasn't enough players. So it's just a dead last turn, and I hope I don't get anybody killed. The guy that would hurt the most would be the 5 star player point guy. But I've got plenty of cash. I've got 160 in the bank at the moment. Don't die, don't die. He's unlikely to foul, given he wants to get the hits in and he wants to get the pass in. Not dead. Just enough for a 2 dice in the troll, I think. But they're all knockovers. But to come and foul, it would mean not picking up and passing the ball, which is a star player point, whereas a foul gets him nothing. So he's going to go for the pass all day long. Which he succeeds at. So a pretty happy 2-2 win for me. The troll gets the MVP, which is good, because it'd be nice to get guard on him again, or a block if it's a double. Statistics, let's see. He only did 25 blocks. I did 46 blocks with 4 KO and 5 injuries and 2 kills, which is pretty happy days. So had he not scummed the wizard and had I not forgotten about the wizard, it would have been a much better result, but again the result doesn't matter. So my block dice weren't terrible. 25, 28, 36, so good block dice. His block dice were 22, 17, 14, not great block dice. So I had, you know, the rub of the dice in some areas, but the D6s were where I think he got lucky. Dodges were kind of okay, his catches, never dropped one. His armour was pretty, that's him busting my armour, so that's not very good, which is great, as it should be. Injuries, wake up, pickups, got all of them going for it. Passes, yeah, it's nothing, trying to think of anything that particularly let me down. Really Stupids were kind of okay for once. Me busting his armour was good. I did a lot of GFIs, didn't I? Blimey. 1 pickup failure. Caught those catches. His fireball was annoying. 50-50, which is as it should be, I suppose. But yeah. So, I mean, the key stat from this game is the SPPs. So Triton got the MVP. Bork needed 4 to level and got 5, so Bork levels. Galk, just a lucky 2 on him. Darfu got 4, that's good for him. Korgak, he's just a Kaz away from a level now. Igug 9 Fingers is only 7 away from his next level, that's good. Agag Bonebreaker also levels, so let's have a look at the team. And the 2 guys are going to be level Agak and Bork. So Agak I'm probably going to take, I'm guessing possibly tackle. And Bork is going to be taking guard, I think. Oh, well, I say that. He's my killer. Probably piling on. Probably pile on. It leaves me a little bit guard short, but such is life. I mean, Darfu's closer than he was, having picked up 4, so he's only 2 away from tackle. So, I mean, I'm probably not going to level until I see who my first opponent is, and if it's not somebody that I really need tackle against, and if I do, I'll probably put tackle on Agok. And if I don't, I'll wait for tackle on this guy, and I'll take piling on this guy, and we'll maybe think about guarding at some point. Someone could really do with this Black Orc. I was really hoping to get Hagab up a level this game, but it didn't happen. At least Gact got a little bit closer. I'm lying, he didn't. It was a Galk. So Galk's probably going to get wrestle when he levels up. Dirty player wrestle isn't terrible. So all in all, I'm happy. Didn't have any perms. Got 106. Now I'm going to have 190 in the bank, so I might be upgrading the stadium, which would make it. There's different stadium enhancement you can get, which change some of the kickoff events and make them not so bad. So I might think about doing that with that much money in the bank, or I might just toss everything down to 150. And again, it might depend against the first match. You know, this match I was playing 10 over, which effectively added 10 to my TV. I didn't think it made a difference. He was either going to scum the wizard or he wasn't. And because he had 150k in the bank, and I'd rather just keep the money in case, you know, the troll had died again, or a Black Orc had died, as they want to do. So I like that I've got a pretty good bank at the moment. Fan factor, at least the draw meant the fan factor didn't go up, which is good. Don't think it went up anyway. And yeah, the team's looking pretty about as good as I could hope for it to be. I'm going into the minors, and we will see how my division looks. Thanks for watching, and I'll be producing the next video when the minors kicks off. Cheers then, bye.